Hello everyone, this is Ring the Bell, and today we are deeply saddened by the news of Ashley Massaro, 2005 WWE Diva Search winner, passing at the age of 39.
What's up, guys? My name's Ashley. I'm from New York, and I've started training for wrestling, and I'd like to show you guys what I learned.
Wait a minute, that's Christy Hemme! Whoa! Nice one, into it. Whoa! Whoa!
The only reason I'm here right now is because of you guys.
Thank you. Thank you to all of you.
This incident happened today, early today. TMZ and officials has announced that she was rushed to local hospital from her home in New York and she was pronounced dead today. From the news reports, officials are not currently revealing the cause of death. It was reported that it was classified as non-criminal.
I just didn't see it coming. Like, of all people, it's kind of like one of those things you're like, wait, what? I talk about her all the time. Like, a lot of people have, even you guys have picked on me because I'm very much like always, Ashley for Hall of Fame, Ashley for this, because I liked Ashley Massaro. I was a fan. She was my pick to win the Diva Search.
We've seen big losses in the wrestling industry, but this is one of the most recent superstars that we've seen because she debuted in 2005 through
At least
Diva
like one of
Search.
the most like recent divas.
Yeah, absolutely, most recent divas, especially for us who are so inspired by these powerful women. It's really hitting us hard.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hitting me because I don't feel like there's so many women that are getting that redemption, you know, from being kind of over-sexualized, not really utilized. She's not going to really get that, I don't think.
Yeah.
And that upsets me.
Yeah, with the whole women's revolution, WWE has been kind of almost erasing the history from Trish and Lita's retirement to kind of Charlotte, Sasha Banks. They were brought up, right? In that kind of rewriting of history, divas like Ashley Massaro, they've been kind of forgotten in the history. They just started kind of bringing back and like honoring those divas again with the induction of Tori Wilson in the Hall of Fame. We were excited to see where Ashley will end up in WWE. Will we ever see her back?
She's kind of the neglected Diva Search contestant. Like, she doesn't even have a WWE.com profile. WWE never really acknowledged that Ashley existed. It's just depressing to see it end this way for her.
2016 November, Ashley Massaro joined the class action lawsuit against WWE regarding the concussion case, where we saw like 60 wrestlers sue WWE. Other than Ashley, like likes of Jazz, they're included in this class suit, and they are not honored by WWE at all. So I think that's part of the reason that WWE has been just kind of ignoring her legacy.
And then she didn't really have anything like substantial to hold on to other than that she won the Diva Search, because they still talk about Jazz and they still acknowledge Jazz because Jazz was a champion and she fought Trish and Lita and she was in that golden era. But you've got Ashley who didn't, so it's easy to dismiss her. It's really upsetting. Like, I'm very bummed because I did like her. You know, maybe she wasn't the best wrestler, but she appealed to me as a kid.
Absolutely.
She was I liked it. She was great.
I just got like the news about Ashley's passing, and like it just, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of sucks. I mean, like, it's never good to hear about that, but like I don't know, to all our Patreon people, like, you've seen like my posts, like I recently just lost, and even on Instagram, like if you've been following me, I recently lost my uncle. So, you know, I've been dealing with that, and then I just got some more bad news today, and it's just like, you know, when it rains it pours. But you know, I wish the best for Ashley and her family, and it's just like really sad and unfortunate to, you know, hear about someone losing their life, especially you know, because she's one of the people that I really loved growing up, that I originally got into wrestling watching. And so it really sucks. So I love you, Ashley. Rest in peace. And, you know, I hope that WWE really acknowledges her and her life and what she did, you know, for this revolution and everything. And I know she was training to like come back, and I was looking forward to that. So yeah, that's really all I gotta say.
It's extremely disappointing, especially because she was being more active. She was hosting a radio show, and she was getting ready earlier this year to be back in the ring. Ashley was training at NYWC, so she was getting ready to be back in the ring. Ashley Massaro and Ashley Massaro's family, we are sending love, and I think this is a good opportunity for us to all think about, you know, WWE.
Yeah.
You are shoving a lot of women aside. The women who gave you everything, all the heart and passion. Please take time to appreciate them, honor them, bring them back. I think it would be a big lesson for the company too. And for us, our loved ones can be gone anytime.
Right.
So please send love to everyone that you love around you. Send love to Ashley and her family. Welcome everyone to Ring the Bell. This is DS.
I'm Joey.
And we are back. I know you will be commenting, where is Lola? But she's having a little family time. Unfortunately, someone who introduced wrestling to Lola, her uncle recently passed away. So she's having a funeral week this week with everyone, all the family in town. Send her some love. She's going through some tough time.
Love you, girl.
We're here
Yes.
to talk about this week's news
And rumors.
and rumors because there was a very adorable news that was all over the internet.
Yeah, there's a puppy?
It is Becky Lynch finally becoming official with Seth Rollins.
I like it. It's cute. I already knew about it, and I can't remember why I knew about it.
Oh, there were like leaked photos.
Were there? Okay.
Of them like kind of like smooching at a concert and all that.
Oh, that was it.
It was very shady, dark photo. They were keeping it hidden for a little bit, but man, she just revealed it. How this happened is Beth Phoenix and Becky Lynch, they were throwing some shade at each other. And somehow Edge got involved.
Yeah, he just kind of came into the picture.
I mean, I'm loving it because Becky Lynch had that iconic segment on Cutting Edge. I still love this segment. It was really cool.
I want that man back so bad.
Edge?
No, Becky Lynch, man.
Becky Lynch, man.
Like,
Okay,
just
okay.
break your neck on the way up. Becky
Yeah,
Lynch.
we've never seen a female superstar dragging a top superstar like that.
So hard.
She dragged Edge, she dragged John Cena. It was a great time. Anyway, so Edge got involved. Beth Phoenix was like, oh, you're getting our mans involved now? And then Becky's like, oh, then I guess I'll bring Seth Rollins here. And that's when everyone's like,
I'm picturing the wedding and something like, straight fire, burn it down! It's
honestly, I know that a lot of people gave shit for the last couple storyline, which was Maryse and Miz versus Brie Bella and Daniel Bryan.
Right.
Which didn't really pan out amazingly.
But can they do this couple storyline though? Because Edge can't wrestle.
Oh shit. I just want Becky Lynch and Beth Phoenix to go head to head.
God,
that
so
would be so good.
I've got my hopes up now and I really want it. Sip the tea.
Yeah, super Asian. I'm a
Comments
geisha
totally.
experience.
The glamorous geisha.
Glamorous geisha.
We're making t-shirts. They're going to be available on Ring the Bell.
Oh my god, I'm not even Japanese. Anyway, Seth Rollins on Instagram posted this really cute photo of them kissing. Love it. And WWE officially endorsed it, saying like this is our newest power couple.
I don't know why. I hated WWE's repost of it.
Why?
Where they were just like, oh my god, they're finally together. It's so cutesy. I'm like, you're WWE. Stop it. Like, just report
Stop.
that.
I loved it. Little more about Becky Lynch. She's just having a great life right now.
She's
That
Becky
goes-
2 belts.
Yes, she
Chop,
is.
chop.
There's a leaked document. It's not leaked photo. Let's not talk about that with Seth. The leaked document about WWE 2K20. Fox Sports Asia is reporting that the cover model for the next game will be...
Eva Marie.
It will be Becky Lynch. She's a champ. It's gonna be amazing. This, of course, is an honor that is shared by John Cena, Seth Rollins, AJ Styles before. So it is like a, it's like a approval stamp that
She's
you are
sharing
the top.
so much with Seth Rollins.
But also what is announced is that the women's revolution will be in full force. I think a lot of people were complaining about how there was no women's showcase mode or stuff like that. Now there will be showcase of the best women's matches in WWE with the pre-order bonus of Chyna.
Yes, excitement. All the excitement.
Last time she was in a game was 2000 SmackDown 2 Know Your Role.
I was close. I was one game off.
Yeah, I didn't even play that game. I started playing with the Here Comes Your Pain. I've never played with Chyna before, so wow, that would be cool. That would be cool. Breaking news from WWE's Twitter. So they're making news on Twitter again. Alexa Bliss is taken out of this Sunday's Money in the Bank match, which is a big shock for everyone.
I'm upset.
There was concern that Alexa Bliss had a lot of concussions last year. A lot of people were concerned that she would be in this rather hardcore match.
I was looking forward for it. I wanted a little bit of continuation for that story.
You'll be watching our review show, but my pick to win the Money in the Bank was actually, surprisingly, Alexa Bliss.
Right, it's the one time
Yeah,
that you're on Alexa's side.
I was genuinely very excited about it, so I'm super sad. So there are conflicting reports about what happened that resulted in Alexa Bliss being pulled off of the match. Mike Johnson is saying that it is a concussion that Alexa had before that has brought to this decision to put her out of the match. And Dave Meltzer has reported that it is a minor injury that's been keeping her away from this match, but also matches on the European tour, even though he did mention that it's more of a precautionary measure and it is minor injury. So we don't have the exact detail on what exactly prompted her to be taken away from the match. Her health concern is continuing.
A little scary because she's been, kind of up and down and back and forth with being cleared and not being cleared. A little alarming.
WWE teased that they will be finding suitable replacement, and we were thinking like, is it going to be Sasha Banks? Is it going to be Nikki? The answer is no. WWE quickly kind of quelled the rumor and announced that Nikki Cross will be the one replacing Alexa Bliss in this match. I mean,
I'm okay with Nikki.
Yeah, I'm super excited about Nikki Cross, what she showed us this week.
I kind of hope she wins.
I kind of hope she wins too.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see what Alexa Bliss will do with Nikki Cross, because that's giving me good vibes. Moving on to our next news. Amazing, sensational revelation. Asuka and Kairi Sane, they have an official tag team name, and it is Kabuki Warriors.
Okay, I'm back. We're gonna talk.
Of course, last week they got this horrible entrance song, which is basically like a amateur mashup of both their songs.
It's not even, it's a splice. It's a hard splice.
What do you think about this name? Is it worse than Viking Experience? That's a really low bar, by the way.
It's a really low bar. You know how low bar it is? I'm having a hard time deciding.
Of course, we've seen on Twitter that this name did not bode well with a lot of fans, shitting on it all over the internet. And Paige responded by saying that Boo-hoo is actually chosen by the girls themselves. You know it was the girls who chose their name, right? Well, technically they wanted Kabuki Girls, but it was changed to Kabuki Warriors. Chill. So we don't know if they came up with it or they chose between the options, but they chose it.
I get why, myself included, and all the fans are pissed off. Because you just had the Viking Experience happen, and then this whole pairing of Kairi and Asuka, nothing is clicking for me, especially with Paige there. In the ring, sure, there's some great spots. Everything else just feels like this hack job. Legit. The entrance music is off. Paige's promos are off. None of it makes sense. Kabuki for Asuka makes a lot of sense.
It does make sense. Her wardrobe, very Kabuki. Her mask, I mean, mask is more no mask, but the makeup on it is kind of inspired by Kabuki, yeah.
I read it as no, just because, I don't know. I had to do a whole theater study for it. I have a theater degree. Kairi has no connection to that. Yeah, she's outlandish and her stuff's a little bit wild, but she's not a Kabuki. Like, it just doesn't connect with her.
She doesn't specifically read as Kabuki, for sure. I mean, she's done Kabuki makeups, like Kabuki-inspired makeups before, here and there. I don't hate the name. I don't think it's as bad as people think. Does it sound really lame?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think it's as stereotypical as people think it is. If you see their own segment announcing their name to Japanese audience, it actually looks pretty natural.
Kabuki Warriors!
I read the tweets underneath, and there weren't any overly negative tones about it. They were talking about how Kabuki's, they're men's art. Originated with Okuni, who is a female dancer, but it was banned. The shits happens where it was only boys and men who can perform now.
I mean, but that's throughout the history of theater.
Yeah.
Even European theater was all men.
So I've seen some comments from the Japanese tweet where they're like, oh, it should be something else, not kabuki, but like for me, Asuka and Kairi, they're both from Japan. If they want to kind of wrap it, I wouldn't be too against it. Like if they ask Gail Kim to do a K-pop character, I would be like, no, she's a freaking Korean and Canadian.
It's not kabuki itself. It's just, I think it's just overall, it's not working.
What you're trying to say, I think, is that everything, their name, their entrance music, their pairing, their manager, everything was just given, not earned.
Yeah.
So it just seems like, this is like, it's just nothing was earned. When Charlotte was talking about how she's a queen, we kind of like accepted, like she like had the genetics factor, she had that reigns and everything, so it kind of worked that she is the queen. Becky Lynch, the man, like we understood where this is coming from, but I guess the Kabuki Warrior is kind of like, apparently there is a video game that's called Kabuki Warrior, so there might be some copyright issues, so they might have to change it. So we'll see what happens next week. So let's move to Dana Brooke, the talk of the town.
Opportunity.
The opportunity.
Opportunity.
Wade Keller from PW Torch was talking about Dana Brooke and her opportunity, how she got the opportunity. Apparently, people backstage love her because she is the hardest worker for the past 3 years. She shows up at the WWE Performance Center often to work and train, and she also shows up early and helps set up the ring.
Okay.
That paints a
I'm
very
for it.
different, because when she was talking about how like she worked really hard and she deserved it, I was like, bitch, everyone works hard, especially in that level. If you're in that WWE level, the top tier level, everybody works hard. But then hearing this kind of thing, I'm like, oh.
I'm for it. You know, Dana's kind of won me over the past, really took a couple weeks, because I went back and I watched the main event stuff. Like
Yeah.
I just watched her versus Ruby, like this week.
Yeah, was it good?
It was good. I feel bad for Ruby, but not because of Dana, just because Ruby's been buried for like since she got on the main roster.
Yeah.
Everything Dana's doing is very solid. Her in-ring work's getting better. Her promos are still, but you get a freaking cross body off the top of a ladder on Raw. Like,
That was good, yeah.
It's Dana Brooke.
Career highlight.
Yeah, it wasn't when she dressed up like Ric Flair and came out.
Oh my god. She's winning over people backstage, which is it is very important part of wrestling industry that we're learning, right?
I mean, it's just literally showing someone that you want it. Like even, you know, when I was coming up and doing stuff on the indies, it's you go and you shake everyone's hand, you meet everyone, you help set up the ring. You really show that you're there to learn and that you're there to perform and you're there to help out regardless of what spot you're going to get on the show. And whether or not you think that people notice, you know, like in her case, it's taken 3 years to really get to a point where people are noticing her. You know, people pay attention to what you do. So
Yeah. Looking forward for a match in Money in the Bank. Let's move to outside of WWE, because while WWE is having some ratings issues and stuff like that, AEW,
the t-shirt company?
what? They're gonna have their pay-per-view very, very soon, because that's happening May 25th on Saturday, so it's coming in just a week after Money in the Bank. It's gonna be on Bleachers Report Live. There's gonna be 2 women's matches. First is Dr. Britt Baker versus Nyla Rose versus Kylie Ray. And the second match is all Japanese extravaganza. It is Aja Kong, Yuka Sakazaki, Emi Sakura versus Hikaru Shida, Riho, and Ro Mizunami.
This sounds so much fun.
I don't think, other than Aja Kong, I don't know any of those wrestlers, so it'll be interesting.
It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, they're from the wrestling scene that is completely different from North American scene, so we will be just seeing tons of stuff that we've never seen.
Yeah, that we're not accustomed to, which I'm very excited.
Like when I first saw like Asuka wrestle in NXT, oh my god, I miss those days. But when I first saw Asuka there, like her rhythm, her like pacing was just so unpredictable because it was so different from everyone. And I hope it will be 6 times of that.
I mean, I'm very excited. It's going to be very cool. I'm ready to see, because I'm not very familiar with any of them. I mean, unlike Aja Kong, like you said, so I'm really excited to see what they do.
Yeah, so speaking of this card, so Riho is the newest signee to AEW. She's like half signed because she signed 5-show deal with AEW. She wants to know how this America deal is going to work out. Okay. She's 21-year-old. And she's been wrestling forever because she debuted in 2006 at the age of 9. She has a lot of championships under her belt.
Okay.
So she is a veteran. From what I've seen, she's super quick. She's super agile, pretty. She wrestles in those like little Lolita dresses. There is a big announcement from AEW because they just confirmed that they will be airing on TNT.
You mean they're not just a t-shirt company?
not. This is their press release, so we're gonna talk about the main points of it. AEW will be airing with Warner Media's TNT. That's a big media company. I mean, Warner is a company that aired WCW, so they're back in the wrestling business.
Boom.
They didn't mention an air date yet, but they said they will be airing weekly matches later this year. Nothing confirmed yet. What they really focused is that they will be offering less of a scripted soapy drama, but more athleticism, real sports analytics to bring the legitimacy to wrestling that has not been the case previously. They really focus on this analytics part because they will be introducing statistics to wrestling for the first time ever. So they're going to talk about the wins and losses. They're going to provide insight into people's winning streaks and everything. So it's going to be very like sports-based product, unlike WWE, which is very much entertainment.
I don't know how I feel about this. The reason I got into wrestling and the reason I love wrestling is very much it's a performance. So I don't know how I really feel about it.
Yeah, so I was like wondering like, are there gonna be like no character or storyline? But they did mention that wrestlers will be given more freedom to explore their characters and highlight their athletic abilities. So this is definitely gonna be a very different format from WWE, TNA, WCW, anything that we've seen before. Which I think is a really good move because all the other competitor company of WWE became WWE Light.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, WWE is very different now than I feel like when I was watching it. Because if you went back and like watched like old school like Golden Era Diva matches,
oh yeah,
it's so different now. Like it's not as scripted as it used to be. Like everything's kind of kept to a more like level of realism.
Okay, now it's more realistic.
Yeah,
the characters are more realistic right now. Yeah,
they're basically trying to make it like overly scripted reality television. It kind of seems like.
Yeah.
Because I mean, aside from like Bray Wyatt and Nikki Cross, you really don't have anybody who's like character.
Yeah, so this seems really interesting. I mean, WWE has kind of tried that kind of format with Mae Young Classic, Cruiserweight Tournament, CWC.
Yeah.
Right? So they were more sports-based products.
Right.
Which were pretty popular with the core fandom.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, AEW was really focusing on the fact that they are going to broaden the horizon of wrestling fandom to more mainstream. And their way of doing that is to put more sports format.
I mean, it might launch wrestling into a category with more... Because, like, even Total Divas, Total Bellas went into a whole new category with, like, the people that were watching reality television and the people who were really into stuff on the E! Network.
Yeah.
So, maybe if this starts launching and people are really focusing on it being sports, because WWE has tried stuff with, like, ESPN and things like that before, and it didn't really click. Like, it's kind of there. Maybe this is gonna launch into that demographic. So
maybe. Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll figure it out. We'll watch the first pay-per-view all together and see how it pans out. Super excited. Recently, all these controversies about WWE's, their business model, John Oliver piece, it has a lot to do with the fact that WWE is monopolizing this industry. So I'm excited to see what the competition is going to be like and how this is going to shape the industry going forward.
Yeah, this press release has me a little concerned.
And lastly, we have some funky news.
Are you telling me that we are about to go to the bakery because Funk is on a roll?
Yeah!
That was so dumb. I apologize.
I half got the joke. Cameron, who was on Ring the Bell, by the way, already talked about this on Ring the Bell. Yeah, she posted a video on her YouTube channel saying that she will be back to wrestling. She basically said that she's not done.
I am not done with wrestling. My plan is to come back. Gotcha, I was almost gonna tell you when.
And she will be returning sometimes, somewhere.
Someplace.
She will update us with more information soon.
I mean, that's about it. I need some more information. I need places. I need dates. I need what she's doing.
Stop teasing us, Ariane.
Speaking of teasing, that whole thing was in your bra and panties on a bed. Girl, so much tease.
One thing I have to say about Ariane, she is smart. Like, interviewing her, I had so much respect for her because she knows what her forte is. This video, very smart move because the thumbnail, the title, everything, her underwear thing, all for views. Yeah. And then she got right into the project that she's doing, her movie, her clothing line.
She's trying to sell stuff because she wants you to girl buy.
Super excited to hear some updates from Again, Andrew.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching this week's News and Rumor. You can find me on Nintendo Boy DS.
You can find me at Joey_Mayberry or Joey Mayberry on TikTok.
Bye.
Bye.